Bonjour! Welcome back to the channel. It's Émilie Talpin. I'm an OM system ambassador, and for today's video I thought I would take you on a little ride around the beautiful foliage of New Hampshire. So let's get started. Last weekend I didn't post a video because I was really busy. I spent a couple of days with B&H and I have a special project with them and I cannot wait for you to see it, but it will take a couple of months, but I'll keep you posted. Right now I stop at a very cute river and I'm gonna use the OM-1 and the 150-400 to do some live ND and freeze the water. I just really love that rusty color, and I'm taking just this lens, the 150 and 400, and that's my challenge to capture the fall in New England. Here are the shots that I got. Live ND filters are really so much fun. I actually use them quite a lot, and this button right here is how I switch to live ND. Live ND basically allows you not to carry any ND filters with you, but just at the press of the button you have that feature, and you can go up to, on the OM-1, ND 64. I think in the Mark III it was ND 32. So kind of a big improvement, and it's just a very powerful tool that you have with you in your camera, and it just helped me be a more creative photographer. So how do you change a button to be set to live ND? You need to first switch on your camera, then click on the OK button to go into the menu, and then the clock, press on OK, and then here it is. You have all those different buttons that you can change, and then it's just easier. You don't have to get into the menu every time. You just click on that button that's set for live ND, and here you go, you're on live ND mode. So I showed you how to use live ND to smooth your water, but I also use live ND to do ICM. What is ICM? ICM is intentional camera movement. That means that I will have a shutter speed that's gonna be longer, and I'm gonna do some movement with my camera, and that will give me a very abstract photo. It's really fun, especially if you feel like, oh, I'm not inspired today, but this is just so beautiful, but I can't really isolate a subject. Then blur your subject. And I'm going to show you a couple of examples of ICM that I took. But before that, a couple of tips. When you set the live ND filter, you need to first start your camera movement and then press the shutter. So here I started, I press the shutter, I continue my movement, and then the shutter will stop. You want to just keep on going while the shutter is open, when the camera is doing its work with the live ND. Because otherwise, if you don't do that, for example, there are some leaves right here, ferns. The ferns will show in your photo. So maybe that's something you want. So then don't don't start it straight away. But if you want something really smooth, really abstract, then make sure that you start the movement before you press the shutter. Also, you have different type of movement. Here I went up and down to have really straight lines, but you could do different type of movement. You know, you could do this. You can also play with the zooming in, zooming out, and see what type of ICM you will get, what type of result you will get on your photos. It's just a very fun exercise, especially with color, shapes, and I highly recommend it. If you are really stuck one day, just try ICM. Here are a couple of photos I took out in the woods in this beautiful fall day, so enjoy. I hope this video was informative, and let me know in the comment, are you using Live ND? How are you using them? Are you using them to smooth the water? Are you using them to do ICM? Just post it in the comments. And for next week's video, I'm thinking of doing something a little bit different. How about a live YouTube? I'm thinking of talking about macro photography. So if that's something that interests you, let me know in the comment. Yes, Emily, you should do a live YouTube, and I'll be answering your questions live. Until then, I'm looking forward for this week's discussion. Thank you again for all your support, and all the planes are starting to fly over my head, so I think it's time to stop the video. I'm looking forward to this week's discussion, and I'll see you next week for the YouTube Live. Au revoir!